Welcome to Areas of Circles and Sectors. I'm so excited for this lesson because there's a section in here that I've been teaching for years, and my 7th grade son told me an easier way, and I'm so excited to share that with you. So here we go. Okay, so the area of a circle, pi times radius squared. Radius is half the distance. It's from the center to the end of the circle. We should have that down, okay? The radius of, find the radius if the area is 58. So we're taking this up a step, which I think is perfectly fine. So the area is equal to pi times radius squared. If we know that the area is 58, we want to find radius squared, okay? So we're going to divide both sides by pi. All right, so we're going to have that r squared, and I'm going to take 58 divided by pi. 58 divided by 3.14. I'm going to use the abbreviated version, and I'm going to have that it's 18.47-ish. And I'm going to then take the square root. So the radius is approximately 4.30 if we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so I had 4.297, so then that rounded it to 4.30. All right, let's find the diameter. So the area is equal to pi times radius squared. So 45 is equal to pi times radius squared. We're going to divide by pi. So radius squared is equal to 45 divided by pi is 14.33. Let's go ahead and take the square root of this. And I get approximately, oops, I should use my approximate symbol. It's approximately 3.79. So if my radius is that, I now need to double that to get what my diameter is, and that's approximately 7.57 inches. Okay, so using your formula, I always think it's a good idea to write your formula down first and then go and then fill in what you know. I just think that's important. It takes, all of like 7.1 seconds maybe to write that down, if that, and then you just fill it in. All right. An outdoor accessories company manufactures circular covers for outdoor umbrellas. If the cover is 8 inches longer than the umbrella, find the area of the cover in square inches. Okay, so again, I'm going to write the formula. Area is equal to pi times radius squared. My radius is going to be 36 plus 8. So the area is equal to, so 36 plus 8, area is equal to 44 squared. Again, we're trying to find the area of the cover. So the area would be 44 squared times 3.14 gives me an area of 6,079.04 inches squared. Okay. All right, area of sector. Okay, so this is how we've always taught area of a sector, and it all depends on what information you have, but super cool. My son showed me something that the 7th grade teachers were doing, and I had no idea. So what we usually do is we talk about the area of the sector in terms of relationship to its proportional size of the circle. And so we talk about how the area of the sector is compared, and it's using different information, but the area of the sector is to the total area as the central angle is to 360. So what we do is we take this and we figure out, okay, what is that central angle? Put that over 360, and then take the area of the whole thing and then set up that proportions. It's a proportionality piece. If you know the arc length, which is not something we've quite come up with, or well, we talked about it, I guess, in Unit 10. But if you know the arc length, you can also take the arc length times the radius divided by 2. Fascinating. I just fascinating. I got to sit down sometime and really think through how that works, but it's absolutely fascinating. And what's even more fascinating, and I've been teaching this class for like, I don't know, 10, 12 years, and not one seventh grader, not one student has told me that. But it was 2 years ago that you learned this in 7th grade math. So fascinating. 2 different ways to get it. So one is setting it up proportionately, and then one is, hey, I know the arc length, I can do that. So kind of cool. Kind of cool. A 7th grader outsmarted me. Pretty nice. All right. So a pie has a diameter of 9 inches. It's cut into 10 congruent slices. What's the area of one slice to the nearest hundredth? So, 1 out of 10 is equal to x out of pi times radius squared. Okay. So there are 10 full pieces, and I only want to know one slice. This is the full area of the pie. I want to know one slice. All right. So here we go. I'm going to take 3.14 times 4.5 times 4.5, and I'm going to divide that area by 10. So the whole area of the pie is about 63.585 square inches. That one piece is going to be 6.3585 inches. When I round to the nearest hundred, it's 6.36 inches. Now, here's the deal, mathematicians. We're in an advanced 9th grade course. When it comes to rounding and they ask you to round to the nearest hundredth, you need to be exact. Okay? You need to be exact. We will tell you whether to use pi or 3.14 if we don't say we want you to use 3.14. Okay? If we don't say, but the rounding piece, like in that case, if you would have put 6.35, as a student at this level, we shouldn't be making those mistakes. We need to make sure we're rounding accurately. Okay? So that's just my tidbit there. All right, one more here. Pizza has a diameter of 14 inches, and it's cut into 8 congruent slices. Find the area of one slice to the nearest hundredth. So again, I'm going to set up my proportion. 1/8 is equal to x over pi times radius squared. Okay, so I'm going to take 3.14 times 7 times 7, and I'm going to divide it by 8. So I'm doing cross products. So I'm going to get 19.23 inches squared. And again, rounding needs to be accurate. So please, you got to pay attention to those details. I'm going to be much more picky as we end out this year on the last couple chapters. We want to make sure that those details are important. So I hope that you have a fantabulous day, and I will see all of you real soon. Take care.